Yo, what's up? This your boy B to the Bhillz. This is Bhillz live from the basement, brought to you by Worldwide Collaborations and Quality Music Management. We got special guest today, YT Rogers. All right, so for the people that are just now getting familiar with you and stuff, tell people a little bit about like what you do and where you're from.
What's up? I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I go by the name of T33, also known as the original YT Rogers. I am a pop soul sensation vocalist. I own the company Go Beyond the Label, which is sponsored by Quality Music Management, Young Teasy, and ABO Empire, Andre Chur, aka Tweezy, aka 12.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So what age were you whenever you first started to get interested in the music?
I was 5 years old.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
So what was it? What was it that made you get interested at such a young, early age? Like, what inspired you?
I started off with a church background, and then I gradually moved over to this station called 58 in St. Louis Midwest. It was called The Box, and the person that's performing for the Super Bowl, Usher Raymond, inspired me to be the singer I am today.
That's
But
awesome.
it started off first with Michael Jackson, of course, but Usher
Yeah,
was kind of my age range and group that kind of gradually got me into that.
that's awesome. So when did you actually start actually like creating your own music and stuff like that?
Each I think about seven, in between 7 and 12, I started recording on a A&B tape, cassette tape, boom box. So started around there.
That's what's up. So did you start off just kind of like uh just singing like other people's songs, or did you start off like writing your own songs and creating your own songs?
I started off doing covers with other people's songs.
So when was it that you started making the transition to writing your own music?
About 13, 14, I started gradually writing my own songs and composing and things like that.
So for some fans that are just now getting familiar, what would be like some go-to songs that you would recommend for them to go and check out, and where would be a place that they could find them at?
Something about it is my newest single, Better Than Ever. My album Hidden Love, and the other album, Third Mass. You can find them all on every platform at T33, T.33. I'm on Spotify and all the other ones as well. So
That's what's up. So for somebody that's been making music for a while, what would be some advice you would give for an upcoming artist, especially with like the way that the industry has changed and stuff in the past few years? What would be some advice that you would give to up and coming artists?
I would say be different, but be you the most. I would say be you. Don't be anything in between. Just be you. Be different. Be very different. Try to make yourself stand out. One thing I would say, never give up, because there's been a few times in life that I felt like I took a few breaks or whatever from music or whatever, and that kind
Hmm.
of along the steps where you're supposed to be. So
So with like just like you said, how taking time, and especially like what I mean, like I'm an artist too, and I could definitely relate to how some days what I mean, you just wake up and you just kind of just like what I mean, it just feels further than other days and stuff, or you just begin to, it's easy to get discouraged and stuff. So what's something that you do to keep you motivated whenever you start feeling that way?
the most motivation, the best motivation is my children. I would say, just keeping yourself in line with a lot of things in life. Basically, stay away from negative energy. Keep your energy positive as it can. You know what I'm saying? Keep your mind regulating as it generates. You know what I mean? The best thing to do is keep yourself in the highest frequencies that's making music, but some of them bad frequencies as well. Like The best way I can explain it to you, like some of the bad frequencies, use your bad energy as motivation. Like if you're
Yeah.
an artist in my field, you can use that bad energy to create a great song.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So whenever you create your music, do you put like, I mean, like you said, I mean, like you just probably, you kind of answered it for me, but you kind of run with whatever whatever the emotion is at the time. But whenever you like, let's say like if you're gonna sit down and you were gonna start working on a project, would you rather, like, do you like to just be like in a peace of mind where what I mean, you don't got nothing else on your mind but the music, or do you like to kind of feed off that negativity, feed off like maybe like like if you're having a bad day and you're just like, man, I can't wait to get in the studio, I'm about to just like vent, and or do you prefer to be in like a peaceful state of mind where you ain't really got to worry about that?
I personally go with the flow of the day or the flow of the energy. I would say, if it's that type of energy, I am like that. I'm very excited to like craft myself into whatever energy I'm in. So it really
Yeah.
doesn't matter with me personally. It's all how you take it in and start working with it. It's the deal there.
Okay, so let's talk about a little bit about Beyond the Label. How did that come about, and where did the name come from?
Go Beyond the Label started in during the pandemic. It actually started off as me not knowing what I was doing at all. Go Beyond the Label, I'm explaining to you. It's as I was just explaining to my cousin over. It's a network for other bosses to connect with other bosses. I'm not your boss. You're your own boss. It's just I have a lot of connections that can maybe make you progress into other areas of whatever area you work. So it's basically like me connecting you with people that can elevate you in the field you is and work. So let me
Okay, or
let
go
me
ahead.
simple. Uh,
Okay.
uh, it's bosses on bosses. That is the quote. Feeding a village is the quote means feeding other bosses to become bosses, basically. So it's like me helping other people that's lower than me that don't know the business or whatever or contracts or whatever is involved. I show them the ropes, I show them the ins outs, or review the contracts or whatever the case is, and make sure they get connected with the other people to make sure they get everything correct, everything smooth to go, or whatever like that.
Yeah. Okay. So so growing up in St. Louis and stuff, how do you feel like that's impacted your sound as an artist, and what do you feel about the music industry out in St. Louis?
St. Louis have all the talent in the world. We're kind of slowing down in our own field. I know, like the news and the media give you a different perception of violence and things like that. But as us being from Mike Brown to now and understanding that we have a major impact, I feel like we're doing great as the people that they pointed out. Like for us entertainment, they said that we have the impact to make it better. I feel like we're getting along better. We're definitely squashing all the beef and unnecessary things that's supposed to not be involved in music. So I feel great about that area. Uh, I actually have no doubt in it. A lot of us we collabing now, helping each other. Like I said, like Go Beyond the Label is a main example, but it's a lot of us that have the same umbrella. We started off with an umbrella, so it's like kind of the era of the umbrella coming back. We
Mhm.
have we still have legends like Zeus, Rip James, just to name a few, Telpo, me, a lot of people that's we just helping the youth if they are in the area of music, we're here to utilize why we're here. So we helping them the best we can, and it's looking great on this side.
Yeah. So since you brought up like business and stuff and with music and stuff, like do you feel like as an artist, do you feel like it's let's say like if you were gonna do a song with somebody, would you rather get your money for the song up front, or would you rather where it's like you got your money and then you're done with the song and then it's whatever, or would you rather just get points so that way I mean you might not get yours up front, but in the long run, if the song does good, you're gonna make more? Like, what would you prefer?
What I say to that, I'm cut from a different cloth. So music is what I love, it's what I do. It's based on if you serious with your craft in my area. I really don't like if you serious and you love to do music like me. I really like. I don't have a price to it. Like a wise man told me never to put a price on the talent that someone or God or anything that you believe gave you.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I would put a price to it, but if it came down to it, I think I would choose, getting my money after I'm done with the product and it's satisfied.
yeah, yeah. I definitely agree with that too. Like I feel the same way because I feel like a lot of these artists, like like they'll be like, even like big artists and stuff, like they'll be like have a certain price for a feature, and I feel like it really waters down their brand because it means that you could be bought, like because it doesn't make it where it's just like how these artists endorse all these products, but they're putting their names on things just because they're getting paid, and it kind of waters down the fact that you know what I mean the creative part of it, and stuff like that. I definitely agree with that for sure.
Here's,
So
here's the catch to that part, what you just said too. It make a lot of new artists nervous. Like once you pay money or money get involved, it make the craft not what it's supposed to be. Because a person gonna think, oh, I gotta go beyond because I paid this price for me to be something I love. So,
yeah,
I rather not give that type of energy. I rather you be you on the track, and if we need to work on it or we need to critique it, we gonna do that. We just gonna do that. It's just that.
yeah. Do you have any upcoming projects that you can talk about and anything that's coming out?
Yes, sir. I have without a question coming out for Valentine's Day. I'm giving the world something free. Uh, I'm giving them a free single, the mingle and do they love thing with all the love they want to share. It's called I'm Hooked on You. I made these vocals and any vocal on purpose because I wanted each person in the world to be able to at least hit one of the tones of the vocals. So the song is very unique. I wanted even a person that couldn't sing to be able to
Mhm.
at least express it if they want to just joke around with their mate and sing the song. So it's something free for y'all to have a good day on Valentine's Day. I have another project which everybody requested from me. A lot of people asked me to do a rap album again, and I haven't did this in about probably 7, 8 years. But I
Oh,
have an
really?
album that's a mixtape of rap. I haven't titled it yet, but it probably be released probably I'm hoping by June or July or so.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So that's really cool though that you're doing that with that. That's super creative to have all the different keys and stuff. So what was it like? Like did you said that you grew up like you started singing in the church?
Yes, sir.
So is that where you got most of your training from singing in church, or did you actually or did you go through lessons and stuff? Because I've seen your lives and stuff. You're actually a really good singer. I've seen you singing the I forgot what song it was, but I seen it. I seen you on live and stuff. So I'm just curious, like, are you like self taught or did you have training?
I started off as self-taught. I got a lot of background of singers like my auntie, my mom, and things like that. And they actually was the first ones that called me and you know playing around with my vocals or whatever. So I started off as self-taught. I started playing keyboard self-taught, just listening to the radio without any schooling or anything. They found out that I was great at it, so gradually on my own, I took it serious. I went back to college, Full Sail University graduate for bachelor's. Learned all the terminologies of what I was doing already. So yeah, that's how I got to where I'm at today. So it gradually started off self-taught, went to school, boom, bam. I know terminologies and words to say now, and voila.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So what do you have any other like do you have any shows coming up or any other things planned that you can talk about?
Yes, I got a many appearances in the city of St. Louis right now. I have a reschedule for Florida, which I was supposed to be there this month on the 25th, but we had to reschedule because we want the whole team to be in line or whatever when we go down there. So we'll update on that date. I'll keep you updated as well. But I have a few more podcasts, appearances. I have a show, well, Sweetheart Breakfast for the Valentine's Day. It's gonna be followed up on next Saturday on the 17th. It's free breakfast on Madison Road off of Airport Road in Berkeley, St. Louis, Missouri 63134. You can come out, have a good time. I'll be singing a couple selections as you eat good breakfast, giving you some love vibes and on along with your morning. Then I have a few other shows coming up for 314 Day. Everybody know what that is. Celebration of being our city. It's actually the area code of us, so the major area code of us. So I got a few other collaborations happening with Zeus and Rip James. I have a song for the animation movie. I don't know which movie it's gonna be, but the song is titled I See a Hero in You. So that's one y'all should expect. It's a great song for the world and motivational, inspirational song there.
That's great. That's great. So like for upcoming artists and stuff, like I know it probably changes with like circumstances, but like how long do you think like that artists should sit on a single before they drop their album? And do you think that an artist should drop two singles before they drop the album, or do you think it's best to drop the single and then drop the album, and then after you drop the album, drop the second single?
I would say start off with an EP. That's what an EP is. That means
Yeah.
that you drop at least about 4 or 5 songs of singles, just
Hmm.
snippets, not the full song, just snippets. And then after you do that, this is what you want to do. Before you even do that, the songs that you pick for the 4 songs, have about 10 to 20 producers listen, touch the song if they can. I don't care how many producers it take. Send them the
Hmm.
whole session, let them touch it, put some more in it if they see some or fix some. Let them judge it. If they cool with it, move on to the next producer. And by the time you get done, put the 4 songs on, give it to the world just to have snippets to listen to. And once you get your feedback, then you'll be able to judge that which one you want to roll with. Which
Yeah.
two? I would say two, like you said. Like you should have two singles that you actually want to roll with because when it comes
Hmm.
to performance time, you don't just want that one where it overgrow. You want to be able to follow up if you got to come on another album. Even if this song is not on this album, you
Yeah.
put it on the next album, you know it's the single because you done rolled them out both at the same time as you performing and getting yourself there.
For sure. With like with nowadays how the music scene is, and it's so like how people they could just download apps and go in the bathroom and record and become artists, like you know what I mean, stuff like that. Like how do you feel like is the best way to get exposure with so many, you know, there's so many artists like that, you know, it's just the industry's like flooded nowadays, because you know like it used to be you had to be more serious and go pay for studio time and actually invest in yourself. So it kind of took away from all the half ass people. You know what I'm saying? So what do you feel is the best way to really be able to stand out and people to hear you?
The best way, I'm not gonna lie, like the apps, I didn't try them myself. I don't prefer them myself because
Yeah,
it's not the quality that A&Rs are looking for. So
definitely.
I'm gonna basically tell you, you doing what you're doing. It sounded good, but it's not good enough if you're serious. So
Yeah,
don't knock them if you're just doing it as a hobby or for fun. It sound good, but if you're
yeah,
going to be serious, you're gonna need to put some investments right along with your time for it to be what you want. A Grammy, it's gonna have to be investments and time. There's no way around it. Like people gonna want
yeah,
to be serious, so it's no way around that loophole. Like if you want to stand out, it's definitely gonna take some investments for you to stand out because
yeah,
you're gonna need a team and you're gonna need more people to make you stand out. You're only one person in the whole world, so if you try
yeah,
to reach other continents, that means you're gonna need enough people to reach the other continents and make this a wide world song or whatever you're trying to make out of the crowd.
Yeah. And yeah, I completely agree with that too. And I think like the apps are good for like people that are starting off to try to just kind of get a feel for it, and it makes it where they can kind of start to understand the basics of actually recording themselves and doing stuff like that. But I definitely agree that once you start where you really want to be taken serious, then you definitely have to invest in some equipment, or invest with somebody that has some equipment so you can start definitely making better sound and music and stuff. So what, for an artist that doesn't really have much of a budget and that's starting off, what would be the your first advice to for them to start trying to bring in a revenue?
The first advice I can give to start bringing in revenue, I can give you the game for nothing right now. All you need to do is take $20, sign up for DistroKid, go on BMI, sign up for free to get your music legally registered through the media base. Any song you release, make sure it's perfect. Put it in the music database for the DJs, and
Hmm.
this is like the cheapest route you can take. The investments you want to do, go get you a good desktop, laptop. Don't cost that much, you know. Get you a couple programs. Pro Tools is the most particular one that we prefer, but it's all programs are the same. Long as you know what you're looking at, from the buttons that you're pressing, they all the same. They might be in different areas on the program, but if you know how to work that program, that's what you know how to work.
Hmm.
So get you that, get you Fruity Loops if you like to make you want everything original like me. Get you some Fruity Loops, make you some beats. It's other programs like Fruity Loops, Reason, Cubase, other Logic, do beats. Whatever you
Hmm.
prefer. Make everything how you want to, and that's the cheapest route like you can take to be successful. And you won't have to worry about no labels because you be disputing your own music from DistroKid by yourself. So you ain't gotta worry
Yeah.
about all the extras going into the how you get it on iTunes and all this stuff. $20 take you a long way.
Yeah, and that's really and that's really a good thing too. I mean, like DistroKid, like major shout outs to them because they really did change it, because it kind of made it where you don't have to have, like, at least you can get your music out there on the major platforms. Like it's still kind of compete. But so my next question is, which I kind of already asked you, but I'm gonna just kind of rephrase it. But like so let's say you got all that, you got your songs on DistroKid. How how do you feel like is the best way to be able to compete with these labels that are constantly advertising these artists? You know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of the music that's out, it'd be like, just like whenever you first hear a song, and you're like, man, that's just whack. But then after like a month, you're like singing along to it. It's like they're pushing the music onto us. You know what I mean? It's like they're forcing you to be like, okay, this is what is cool right now, and this is so. So, what do you feel like is the best way? Like, with is it like social medias? Like, what platforms to be able to really be able to push it so people can have an opportunity to be able to discover you? Because I feel like a lot of artists, like a lot of people, there's a lot of great artists, but nobody really knows who they are because they don't have nobody putting their face on that billboard and stuff. So
I tell you, it's exactly what you said. The reason you start liking a song or a song that you didn't like is because they push it down your throat. It's called marketing skills. It's called a marketing strategy. If you push it down their throat too long, they're going to start biting. Other people, everybody might not like it. Some people going to like it. So
yeah.
therefore, them people going to keep pressing it. And once it start, keep going. If it's the song that can become catchy, just take one. All it takes is one good song that can become catchy. That's,
Hmm.
that's it. That's it. They done push it down your throat with the marketing and the promotion strategy. So if you got good marketing and promotion strategy, that's what's gonna make it a hit any way it go at this
So
day.
just so just keep posting it and posting it. Even if you ain't getting like views and likes and stuff, just keep putting it out there and just keep
Yeah,
just shoving it down their throat.
you always do that. If you got
Yeah,
confident in that song or whatever crap you doing, you
yeah.
for it. It don't matter how many likes. Eventually,
Yeah.
the right ear might catch it. Swoop, boom. Now you not there, you here.
Yeah. And then and a lot of people, they don't realize, because a lot of artists, I feel like they get discouraged because there's a lot of, they don't understand that a lot of these bigger artists and stuff, like they got those stream farms where they just got, phones lined up that's just streaming people and giving them plays, and they be feeling discouraged because they don't get numbers like that. But they should, even if you just got 2 views, you should be happy with it, because that's two, new fans, or two people that, you know what I mean. And I feel like with the social media and stuff, and how like people can actually reach out and speak to you and stuff, it makes it where they're gonna be fans longer, because they feel like they know you on a personal level, than if you're just some photo on an album cover that they can't really relate to.
Right. Yeah.
For sure. What other so we talked about the music, and then go beyond the label. What other uh ventures do you have going on?
I got ventures going on with a collab, a few collabs with TZ. We been on an underground show. We're actually having a promotion with Steve Blast. He's picking about 5 artists to be on a extreme mainstream beats, and a few other major producer, multi-platinum producers. They're putting 5 artists together. So the underground show by Demetrius Parson, Mr. Raz LC. You can send your music in. You can tap in on my page. I'm sure it's posted up, or you can tap in with any of us, and we can get you the information to send in your song, get it judged. Thursday and Friday is when they run those. So
Yeah, major shout outs to the underground show and stuff too. And also you can send your songs to Young Tizzy's morning show too, and he's filtering them out. So like he'll like go through them, and if it's something that he feels like that he could send to the underground show, then he'll do that as well.
yep.
Because I had a single. I got the song "Love Too Much" that they played on the underground show too. So major shout outs to the underground show and everything they got going on over there, for sure, for sure. You know what I'm saying? So so what other advice would you give to an artist? Because I mean, because you definitely very music and business wise and stuff. You know what I mean? And I feel like you have a lot of knowledge. And you could really be able. And there's a lot of artists that need somebody to kind of, you know what I mean, guide them and stuff. So like, what advice, or what or where could they reach you if they want, if you don't want to just give it out like that? Where could they reach you if they want to talk to you and be able to, you know what I mean?
Okay. You can reach me at YT33 Rogers on Facebook. You can reach me at the real underscore YT33 Rogers on Instagram, and on all music platforms it's T33. My personal email is YTROGERS88, the number 88 at gmail.com. Um, Personally, you can tap in with me, but the best advice I could give them is stick with it. Tap in with the people that's really trying to help. And the other advice I'll give you, don't think that the friends and the families that's close to you, even though you think they're going to be the supporters and the biggest supporters,
Mhm.
sometimes it don't happen. So don't get discouraged.
Yeah.
Ones that's on the outside that see more is the ones that you might need to go for.
Yeah, and that's definitely really true, because I grew up in Houston and stuff, and I moved out here. I'm in Winsfield, but I'm like, which is like 30, 40 minutes from St. Louis. Like, I've been out here for about 6 months, and like, and it's crazy because like, since I've been out here in St. Louis, like, I've had so many more like doors and opportunities and things open up for me than in Houston. And I feel like it's hard to really like make it kind of in the city that you are from, like, just because like the people that around you, they don't really want to see you grow. They don't want to see you evolve, unless you have people around you that are growing and evolving too, you know what I mean? Then it's like it's hard to really be able to shake that, because they don't want to, you know what I mean? It's just like how Boozy said, like, like, it's hard to make it out in the city because people, they had the same opportunities as you and stuff like that, and they don't want to see you do better than them and stuff. You know what I mean? And
Right.
and it's crazy that you get so much more support from people that don't know you. You know what I mean? Or and especially with family and stuff. You know, like family. I don't know if it's just my family, but I've been feeling my family don't be supporting me at all. You know what I mean? And I be getting like love from like people that I ain't never even met personally. You know what I mean? Just met online, and they be like, you know, if I'm just quiet for a day or something, they'll be messaging me, checking on me, like, yo, you all right, man? You good? You good? And then, you know what I mean? I could go a year and my family wouldn't even message me. You know what I mean?
That's definitely the depths of what I was saying. The small details and mistakes, don't think they don't count. They count. Just that little breath in your song where they heard, it counts. It counts. Everything counts. And the
Yeah.
main point, what I was saying is there was a minor mistake. Like as any artist, you think, oh, okay, this my sister, this my brother, this my okay, I'm doing music. They're gonna like my song. They're gonna sometimes it doesn't happen that way. I'm gonna tell you, most of the time it don't happen that way. You'd be like,
Yeah.
I don't know this person over here, but they think this song is great though. See, that's the person you need to pay attention to right there.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Like, so what do you feel like is the part of the song that deserves like the most time? Like do you feel like the mixing and mastering? Because like to me, like, you know, I guess it's just like the process of the song. Like by the time I get to the mixing and mastering, I'm kind of like I'm anxious to get it out, you know. So I know that's kind of like a flaw of mine because I'll kind of rush through that a little bit because I'm like trying to hurry up it and get it out, and I'm kind of getting tired of it. But like, what do you feel like is the most important part of the song that you really need to just like really take your time on? Like, is it the production of the beat, the mixing and mastering, the depth of the lyrics? Like what is the, you know, or just like the recording of the lyrics? Like what is the one like piece of it that you feel like deserves most concentration?
I would say none of them. All of them deserve the same equal give and take. That's what I would say because I'm a producer and an artist, so
Yeah, me too.
it's two different type of artists. I could tell people. I'd rather have either Young Teasy or my other chairman Andre Cheers, aka 12. I'd rather them be the producer if I choose to be the artist. I'd
Mm,
rather focus on being the artist. That mean that come with lyrics. That mean the way I'm finna give the song. What's the perception of the song that I'm delivering? That's everything as an artist to think on. Now, as a
mm,
producer, you got to think on a different level. You got to think about effects. You got to think about the lineup of how it sound, the bass of the song. Should we switch the lyrics, recompose it, whatever? That's
yeah,
what come and play. So everything counts. Everything counts. Like
yeah,
it's a process. It's definitely a process. But y'all trying
yeah.
to process and learn what's important. I tell you, I won't go into depths on her, but I definitely can help you. And I have no problem in helping people learning how to make their craft great. So
For sure. So whenever you're like making your music and stuff, and especially being like a singer, or I guess even with like rapping and stuff, like, and you're listening to the song, are you first like, are you kind of like just thinking of melodies like, "Da, da, 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 da," or are you just focused on the lyrics and then kind of make the lyrics go into the melodies? Like, what's your main focus whenever you write a song?
it come different ways. Like it come multiple ways. Like sometimes the lyrics come before the beat. Sometimes I hear a beat and then naturally the lyrics come. It come multiple ways when you really I guess tapped in with the craft. I guess I could say.
Uh, so what do you, so being a singer and being a real singer, how do you feel about like effects and auto tunes and all that type of stuff? Cause like me, like I just be rapping and stuff and I be singing a little bit, but I really like, I don't really like auto tune and all them effects. That's why a lot of times like I like to kind of mix my own stuff because a lot of times whenever I'll be sending shit off to engineers and shit, they'll send my shit back with like sounding like sound like a telephone, and they have like, cause you know, I feel like, and it's not nothing against them, I'm saying, but I feel like a lot of engineers and stuff, like they try to do too much. You know what I mean? Whenever I feel like if you have a good microphone, and then you shouldn't really put so much effects on it, because it's kind of takes away. Like I feel like a lot of, just like how you were talking about with like the apps on the phones and stuff, like that's what a lot of those artists do, because they have to, because the quality of the their voice or the music by the recording isn't that good, because they don't have a professional mic. So I'm just curious to like, what do you feel about just different effects and auto tunes and stuff in the industry?
Well, me personally, I used auto tune because I like the depths of Earth, Wind, and Fire and the original people, and the robotic sound from Computer Love and things like that. But
Yeah,
I'm actually a real vocalist, so I don't
yeah,
really need auto tune. So I'm
yeah,
gradually moving away from it because all the great people around me, they prefer me not to use it. But I just like it because I like the sound always in my life. So
yeah,
generation, I think that's what it came down to. They like the computer love sound, you know what I'm saying, generated, and they just in love with it right now.
yeah.
And what I would say is, I'm like you. Like you don't gotta do too much to the song with effects, a couple reverbs here and there, a little bit low and highs, and boom. If you're great at it, you'll know you're great at it. So that's why I'm
For sure. Yeah, for sure. I completely agree with that, man. So, I'm not gonna hold you up too much longer, but before we wrap it up, is there anything else that you want to touch on? Any shout outs? Just anything that we didn't cover that you wanna talk about?
Shout out to all the SCL legends that's still living and moving with their great works, such as Zeus, Rip James, Tempo, 12, aka Tweezy, Young Teasy. I don't need to shout out myself, but all the great people that's still moving. DZB as the young new artists and the upcomers. You got Kaylay, you got Asia Marie. Shout out to all the hard workers in my city. Shout out to my family and friends that got and pushed me to the level that I'm on and all that great stuff. And shout out to you. You already know, Bhillz, long
Oh
way.
yeah. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. And major shout outs to Quality Music Management and Worldwide Collaboration for presenting this show, man. And anytime that you got anything coming out, or anytime you want to come on here, you know what I mean, any announcements or anything, you know what I mean, just let me know. I'd love to have you, man. It was an honor to interview you, man. I've been wanting to interview you for a minute since I started doing this and stuff, and I appreciate you being on here, man.
Check this out. I'm gonna send my logo to you too. So
Yeah, I'll put it on here. I
you know
got you.
you got a new sponsor too. Go Beyond Light. We sponsor this too.
Yeah,
So,
I
y'all,
actually
know.
Yeah, I actually have your logo, because I used it for that flyer that I made. So I added on here, and I'll make sure, what I mean, present you to be presented by you also as well, for sure.
Support, you got my support. You already know.
All right, man. I appreciate it, man.
I ain't no thing, man. Anytime.
All right, much love.
All right now.